And we're back once again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, old people, young people, everyone in between, I'm going to display something that I've probably never seen before in all my time playing World of Warships, and that is the worst player I've ever witnessed play the game. Now you may be thinking, this is a very strange game mode to be displaying the worst player ever. You know, there's only 3 on each side, so that means there's a 16.5% chance that I am the worst player in the entire game. And if you stick around to the end, that percentage is going to go up slowly over the course of the entire game to go to 100%, because some of the plays I make in this game are so horrendously bad that I, by myself, lose our entire team in the game. I just can't stress what my mind was going through while playing this. It was like I was a black hole sucking all the brain cells out of my brain. Not this part, this is the normal part where I play decently. Honestly, it's some of the worst gameplay I've ever had, and well, let's just actually get into the gameplay before anything else. Now, the enemy has a black, which is probably one of the strongest EDs for this type of game mode. It's just because of the fact it has radar and it also has a smoke, I think? I'm not 100% sure, because it is a premium from a long time ago. Anyways, this Alaska is, well, he's going to make a bit of a mistake. Obviously I pull back out of the cap just to avoid the radar, because I'm not sure if it's the Black's radar or if it's the other Alaska's radar. Alaska seems to feature a lot in these game modes, which are actually pretty fun. But anyways, the Alaska decides to keep pushing in for some reason. Not entirely sure why my dog starts barking like crazy in the background, which you'll probably not hear anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And so what's going to happen in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I had to censor that just because it was so disgusting. The Alaska gets hit by pretty much the entire force of the Georgia, and as he says on his YOLO course, through the entirety of the map, he gets hit by the Black's torpedoes also. And we're down 2-1. But it's not all bad. We do get to answer back on the Black eventually. So again, not all that bad. It's a 2v1 for now. But the Black does go down, so it ends up being a 2v2 battle. And you may be thinking, at this point in the map, their Alaska's pushing in. Our Freddy DeRosa is healthy. I'm healthy. We're getting free shots in Alaska. We're in a pretty good spot. We could probably win this game. And I would agree with you if I wasn't playing like a complete clown. So, first thing I do, I like to throw out some speculative torps that are not going to hit because, well, basically I'm too far away from the Alaska to even risk hitting them with torps. Another thing is that I'm pretty afraid of the Alaska's radar too. So, I decide to accelerate away from the cap, which puts a little bit of a time constraint on what I can do, because again, B is being held by them, and there's no way of stopping that capping. So again, we're being on a timer the entire game. Now this is strike number 1. I thought that the Alaska's turrets couldn't get rotated quickly enough, and I end up taking half my HP. Strike 1. Now we're going to fast forward a little bit, and we're going to get very quickly to another mistake. Now at this point in the game, you may be thinking, well, it's GG, it's game over, we've won, it's done. Alright, time to wrap up and go home. Alright, thanks for watching everyone, bye bye. But you'd be wrong. You'd be dead wrong. This is when the major mistakes start happening. Absolutely disgusting mistakes. So I decide, well, I'd better go cap B, because, well, B's the only cap we haven't capped yet, which makes good, wholesome sense. Because obviously the George is stopping out from me cap, so I go cap B, nothing untoward happens. But much like the Battle of Jutland, it doesn't go all that well for the Royal Navy. Or maybe it does, but, well, this one isn't going to go all that well for the Royal Navy ship. And I decide in my infinite wisdom to stop here, smoke up, and start shooting. Which wouldn't be a terrible idea if the Georgia didn't decide to come sailing straight at me. Which he is. And it wouldn't be all that bad if our Frederick Grove wasn't behind an island, because our Frederick Grove wasn't behind that island, he would have a flat broadside on the now exposed Georgia. That's mistake number 2, and you've just witnessed mistake number 3. And we all know what they say when you get 3 strikes. 3 strikes and you're out. And you may be thinking, hang on, strike 3? What's he mean? Well, strike 3 is a double whammy. 1, I shot my torpedoes way too early, which means they all missed. Like you just saw. And now, for the double part, well, now I'm stuck in a really bad spot where I can't actually turn around, I can't go forward, and, well, I'm just going to show my juicy broadside to that 8-gunned Georgia. And all that's left is a little bit of secondary action. And my game is over, and thus cementing my place as the worst player I've ever witnessed play World of Warships. Now, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because the 1v1 interaction between the Frederick Rosa and the Georgia is actually kind of a little bit funny, a little bit interesting, and you'll have that to watch while the game ends. I think we do end up losing this game, I'm pretty sure we do, but it's an actually nail-biter of a game, and if I'd played maybe a little tiny bit better, we probably would have ended up winning the game. But with that, this is just a funny little video, and as always, until the next one, where I probably will do something stupid again, I'll see you all later. And that was a different outro. Good stuff.